Hi, this is Thomas. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we will learn the basics of probability. This is the 15th chapter of grade 10 mathematics of NCERT syllabus. So here, what is the probability of getting a particular event? The probability of event E is always the number of favorable outcomes or the number of the outcomes favorable to that event E divided by the number of total possible outcomes. So let us take an example of tossing a coin. So there are two chances. Either we can get a head or we can get a tail. So here, what is the probability of getting a head? So P of getting a head, the probability of getting a head is equal to the number of outcomes favorable to this. We are tossing one coin, so we have a chance of getting one head. So let us put it 1 here as the number of favorable outcomes to that particular event divided by the total possible outcomes. So the total possible outcomes is either head or tail, that is 1 plus 1, that is 2. So here this is the probability of getting a head. The probability of getting a tail is also the same because there is one chance of getting a tail divided by the total possible outcomes is 2. So here this is the probability of getting a head or tail in this case. So this also can be written as a decimal, that is 0.5. So the probability can be written either in a fractional form or in a decimal form. And the next thing that we need to understand is the probability is never a negative number, is always greater or equal to 0 and lesser or equal to 1. So it will be between 0 and 1. Okay, so let us take another example of a box here. So let us have a box here and we have 3 balls in this. One is yellow, another is blue, and the third one is green. So what is the probability of getting a yellow ball? So P of y is equal to the possible outcomes favorable to yellow ball is 1 divided by the total possible outcomes is 3. So here the probability is 1 by 3. The same applies for probability of blue, probability of green. So here if we add another ball which is yellow, then what will be the probability of getting a yellow ball? Here the number of favorable outcomes becomes 2 here, and the total possible outcomes also has changed, that has become 4. So here it can be simplified to 1 by 2 or it can be written as 0.5. And if we have all yellow balls in this, all the balls are yellow, then the probability is 3 by the total is 3. So here we get the probability of 1. So here in this case it is called a sure event or a certain event. When the probability is 1, so it is called a certain event. And what happens if the balls in this is, one is blue, other is green, and the other is let's say red. And here what will be the probability of getting a yellow ball in this? Here as we can see, there is no yellow ball in this. So the number of possible outcomes favorable to yellow ball is 0 by the total is 3. So the probability is 0 here. So this is a impossible event because that thing is not going to happen. We have learned what is a impossible event, what is a certain event. Impossible event is an event with the probability is 0, and the certain or sure event is a probability of an event with the probability equal to 1. Then what is a complementary event? So let us suppose we are tossing a coin. So we get the probability of getting a head is 1 by 2, because there is one head and the total possible outcomes is 2. So here the probability of getting a head is 1 by 2 and probability of getting a tail is also 1 by 2. So what will happen if we add this? So P of H plus P of T, P of getting probability of getting a tail is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, which is equal to 1. So here these two events are called complementary events, because if this doesn't happen, if we don't get a head, we are going to get a tail. So that means these are complementary to each other. So here if the probability of getting a head is equal to, if you take this one probability of tail to the other side, that becomes probability of head is equal to probability of tail. Or we can make it in a general sense that probability of an event is equal to 1 minus probability of its complementary events. So here we can generalize the complementary event like probability of an event is equal to 1 minus the probability of its complementary event. Hope this video was useful. We will learn more about probability and we will solve some problems in the next videos. Thank you very much.